Hello, this is Old Dan from Westeros Liberty. I'm coming at you tonight about the Westeros, the Seven Kingdoms, and Seven Religions. The first is the Old Gods. They're the longest lasting religion. They're worshipped in the north only since the Andals invasion and the Andals cut the weirwood trees in the south. The children of the forest, they worship the weirwood trees, the nameless gods who dwell in the giant weirwood trees. From the neck north, they worship the old gods. From below the neck south, they worship the seven. Upon cutting the weirwood trees in the southern kingdoms, the old gods could no longer see as well in the south. Incest, kinslaying, and slavery were not tolerated. Honor and guest rights are sacred. The second religion is the new gods, the gods of the seven, who represent one god. The entities of the gods of the seven are the mother, the warrior, the maiden, the smith, the crone, the stranger. The seven have a high priest type role, or even maybe a pope-like role person to represent them. They have strict rules. There's no gambling, no incest, no bastards birthing, um, and it's not, it's practiced, it's done, but it's not condoned. And this is known. Uh, the third religion of Westeros is the Ironborn religion, and that is the worship of the drowned god of the sea. And Ironborn of the Iron Islands, they resisted the worship of the seven, um, and they kept to their own god, which is the drowned god. He's the Poseidon type god, even having the sigil of on their houses of the drowning god as a Poseidon type figure. And they get what they want by the iron price. They demand the iron price. They worship the old ways of the drowned god by demanding and getting the iron price. They raid. The drowning is the traditional way of execution. They take thralls or slaves, captives. They take salt wives. They raid the coast and the islands, stealing, killing, taking captives, and raping women as they go. The drowned god is known as he who dwells beneath the waves. Uh, it, uh, it represents blood, fire, and song. I think song because the sound of the waves has a kind of a sing-song sound. Puts people to sleep. This reminds me, I'll come to that later. Prayers are held facing the sea. Babies are drowned at birth and blessed with salts. The drowned god opposed the storm god. And the storm god sounds like a Zeus of Greek mythology long ago. Maybe with Zeus as the thunder and lightning god, the storm god, Poseidon as the water god, or the god of the oceans and the deeps, as in the god of the drowned man. There are the storm god's an enemy, or the enemy of humanity. He brings storms to sink with ships. There is an order of priests who lead their religion. These priests perform these baby blessings of salt and worship. This is, and I'm wondering if this drowning is a reference to the Judeo-Christian practice of baptism. Some think this religion is traced to the deep ones. It is believed these deep ones are half merman ancestors who crossed the sunset sea from the west as far back as Essos and the fire god. Okay. And we know that the fire god of Essos is Roin. is Royal, aka the Red God, the the Lord of Light, uh, Heart of Fire, and God of Flame and Shadow. It was founded in Essos. This religion is widespread across the world. They have red priests with crimson robes and flaming hearts as their sigil. Roar has widespread temples and have a strange fire magic. The magic is stronger since the return of the dragons, and there have been many conversions to this religion because of the impressive magic that it's capable of. And the connection with the dragons suggests a link to dragons. The dragon races, the race of dragon riders, which began long ago in Valeria. There is an ancestral battle with the great others. And this is very interesting because now we get to the White Walkers. And the White Walkers are quite simply the children of the other. They are cold gods, gods of ice and snow, which are forms of water. Water puts out fire. Fire melts ice. It's an endless circle. It's an endless battle. Azor Ahai is the warrior empowered by the red god R'hllor. White Walkers are the children of the other, or the ice god. These two, Azor Ahai and the White Walkers, will battle again. With the return of dragons and the rise of White Walkers, it is suggested this is a time of prophecy when Azor Ahai will be reborn to fight the others. This battle is thought to begin in Westeros this time. We don't exactly know where it began the last time, but Azor Ahai is a religion from like I said, from the Essos. Red R'hllor. And then the next one, that was the sixth god, the sixth entity. So, and the seventh one, there's the pantheon of river gods, and they were worshipped along the Rhoyne, the greatest being the Mother Rhoyne. Upon the invasion of Valyria, the Valyrians of old, Nymeria gathered the people who were left and set sail for a new home, which eventually led to them landing in Dorne, where she married the king of Dorne and burned her ships so her people could wander no more. Many converted to the faith of the Seven, but many still, all over the world, worship the Mother Rhoyne and believe that she will one day call them back to their ancestral home. Well, Mother Rhoyne's worshippers may get their wish quicker than they expected, but I think that their return home will be in front of the others coming to Westeros. And I think a lot of the people of the Rhoyne will go to back home to the Rhoyne. The other deities of the Rhoyne religions are the turtle god, which is the old man of the river. The turtles along the river are sacred and forbidden to kill. This has started many wars, the killing of these giant turtles. And they kept getting bigger and bigger because nobody killed them. The worshippers of the Mother Rhoyne in Westeros are known as orphans of the green blood. These orphans remain nomads, sailing along the river Greenblood. They keep their ancestral ways. The Crab King is another such, and is the adversary of the old man of the river, the turtle god. And long ago, when it was just the first men, there was also on the Isle of the Three Sisters, which probably goes back to these other ones, as being the Three Sisters are a small set of islands north of the Veil, who once worshipped of the skies, the skies, excuse me. The three sisters are small islands north of the Veil who once worshipped the Lord of the skies and the Lady of the waves. And this kind of sounds like the storm god and the drown god. This was struck during the time of the first moon. Storms were sacred and were the result of the Lord of the skies and the Lady of the waves mating. This religion faded with the invasion of the Andals when the religion of the Seven took hold. And I think that the drowned men have a version of this religion. In conclusion, 7 kingdoms with 7 gods or 7 religions. That's Westeros. Many references have been made regarding these religions being variations of Greek mythology, Judeo-Christian myths such as skin changers, Judeo-Christian and myths such as skin changers, wolves as in werewolves. Why not? We got rare wood trees. And speaking of werewood, this implies some kind of change, something unknown yet. Mind control has also been displayed. All these gods when broken down are basically a conflict as old as the world itself, the battle of light and darkness, of good versus evil, and mostly this world's battle of ice and fire. 7 seems to be quite the number. Lucky number 7, 7 cards in a hand. In Judeo-Christian history, number 7 is considered the number for spiritual completeness. Or the 7 spirits of God. Number 3 is for the number of God, and 7 is for the completed will, God's completed will to abound and be fulfilled. It is known. It seems Lord George R.R. Martin pulled out all these gods from our Earth's own myths and legends, and I'm okay with that. It's called great fiction. Thanks to King George R.R. Martin, true-born ruler of Westeros, Valor Morghulis, all men must die, and all shall. And thank you for joining me. I'm just excited to get to be with you. I'm so thankful for everybody. All those who like me, who don't, that's okay. We all got a choice, and we all enjoy what we do, and that's what we're supposed to do. Have fun with it. It's fiction. Enjoy. God bless and keep all of you. See ya next time. Hello, this is Old Dan from Westeros Liberty. I'm coming at you tonight about the Westeros, the 7